Good afternoon. Right, spluttering. I've decided I'm going to make this Edith Holden journal. So last night I got a piece of watercolour paper, well, card almost, and I've used what's it called, clear gesso as a resist. And I don't think this is the one. I used some of this stuff which I've had forever. It's a fine textured gel, as you can probably read there. I'm down to literally like a few bits of scrapings in the bottom there. And then I've done a big piece of mixed media paper. Oh, that's the texture one here. So I'm going to try it on this one first because I'm still desperately trying to love my oxides. I've got you up really high. I hope it's not too much of a freaky angle. So I'm going to persevere with them. Apparently the trick is to use your distressed stains first. Use those first and then go in with the oxides. It can only go wrong, can't it? I've given them a good shake, the oxides, because, well, you have to. Although actually, it doesn't look like it's... No, it's near enough there. After watching Tim Holtz, he said to leave them on their sides when you're not using them. And that way they mix up a bit quicker. Yeah, as I say, I'm still trying to love them, but if you're in, yeah, you might not get the bottom bit, but there we are. It's as good as I can get it. Yeah, so anyway, I've decided to carry on making the, going for it with the Edith Holden journal, tribute to Edith. So yeah, I'm just spraying up some, I'm going to sort of use these as journaling cards, tags, that kind of thing, and you know, whatever. I forgot to spray it with water because I'm a dunce. So hopefully this will look something decent. Who knows? Right, I'm going to give it a good dose of water because I really want it to go quite misty and quite ethereal looking. This is where I get covered. I've actually got shorts on. It's so warm here today. And I went for a hike down the river with my daughter with this big dog Ollie. So I came back and I was absolutely melting. And I've just cut the grass because I thought, you know, let's do it while the sun is shining, literally. Yeah, so it's a gorgeous day here today. Now hopefully, apparently transparent gesso does work as a resist. I don't know, you're seeing it here. First time I've tried it. Come on, run. So, hope everybody's doing really good. Got the week off, hooray! Washing's on the line. Grass is mowed. Life is good. It's the simple things, isn't it, really, sometimes. Just get some tissue in there because we're about to... Yeah, I'm kind of going for, obviously, you know, Edith Holden, naturey, greens. Yeah, just playing around with some colour, really. I've no idea if it's going to work or not. Right, let's try these oxides. Right, so we've got cracked pistachio here. This is where it could all go very wrong. I've watched so many people. I watched Jennifer Maguire. I mean, obviously I watched Tim Holtz with his amazing demo that he did with them. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not using them correctly. Come on, spray. I just want very, very light colours. And, oh, come on. Oh, see, I didn't want that. Right, let's dab some of that off. Didn't want it too strong. Just want it to have hints. Right, so that was cracked pistachio. What we've got here, mowed lawn. I'm getting covered because this is on my legs here. Yep, green legs now. Lovely. Again, I just want to calm that all down a bit. Okay. It's not started oxidising yet. Let me make sure you're still in shot. Yeah, you are. I want to move it up there because it's spraying on my legs. Sorry. It's all about me, of course. Right, and this one is Fossilized Amber, because I figure that is kind of like the colour of the pages in her book. I don't know. It's a really nice sort of a beige. Well, is it? Anyway, that's what it is. Okay, I'm really happy with that colour combination actually. It looks really nice. A little bit heavy there, so let's just dab that back a bit. So the transparent gesso is working as a resist, so that's all good. Now you're supposed to dry it. Actually, you're supposed to dry it between colours. Oh, see, this is where I keep going wrong. That was the one thing they all said. Dry between colours. Wally. Okay. Let's just see if we can get some more dripping going. Right, I'll briefly pause you whilst I give this a quick dry, because otherwise it'll blast your ears. I'll be back in a tick. Okay, they're all dry. Do you know, I think I'm actually happy with that. I don't know if you're picking up. Let me see what you can see. Yeah, you can just see the relief here. So I'm wondering, am I going to jinx myself if I go over that with a wet baby wipe? To, you know, I wonder if it's gone in. Shall we see? Right, let's move the splatter box. Let's leave that there. Let's put those on this side so they don't all sink to the bottom again. Right, splatter box, where are you going to go? There. Right, let me see. Let me see. Nothing else. I've got some amazing tissues here to use. Look at the state of them. Oh dear. Right, you can dry. Right, you can hold on to that for me, ring light. Right. Am I going to jinx it? Let's try it. Let's try that a little bit down there, I think. Fingers crossed. Ooh. What do you think? Yeah, there's only a little bit coming off actually. So, but it's really bringing that pattern forward. I don't know if you can see that, can you? Yeah. Right, I'm going to carry on. You're still quite high, aren't you? Still, you're out there. I'll give you a close-up at the very end. And then I'm going to really push my luck and do the splatter thing with the water. Let's see if we can get some oxidised blobs going on. Technical term, of course, oxidised blobs. Trying not to hit the background, just trying to hit the raised flower bits. And the nice thing with the clear gesso is it's not too raised. You know, it's not too, it's textured, but it's not too textured. So I like it. Well, oxides, I think you might have redeemed yourself. You're not going to go in the bin just yet. I'm quite liking this. That's the wonderful thing about YouTube, isn't it? If you're a little bit stuck on how to use a product. I say Tim Holtz did some lovely stuff with it, but I think it was watching Jennifer Maguire last night. She was making some cards and sort of focusing more on backgrounds, and she embossed the shapes and then did all the spraying so that the embossing powder resisted the inks, but then went back with an iron and a piece of paper and removed the embossing. It looked amazing. It really looked amazing, because it took the shine off of the shapes. They were snowflakes she was doing. It took the shine off, but still left a really clear image. It was really interesting. I thought so anyway. So yeah. I'm really liking this. Really liking it. Glad I was brave enough to remove it slightly. Getting all the images back now. Done that one, didn't I? Right. Okay. Am I going to be brave enough to do the water splatters? Oh, love that. Love, love, love. Okay. Right, let's take a brave pill. Will you drip? Thank you. Oh, I've got blue. Unless that's come out of the green, I suppose. It's pretty though, I'm not complaining. Looks good. Right. One thing I've always wanted to do is with the kitchen roll thingamajigger. Get it in the right way. Really wasn't worth doing. Or was it? I don't know. If I actually spray it. I'm going from quite a height. Okay, do you know what? I'm so happy with that. Give you a close up. Look at that. It's really come up well. And it's just taken, you know, when they're chopped, they're going to look great, aren't they? A weird bit there. It's very shiny there. Oh, it's a bit of gesso. That's why. Yeah, love. Okay, gonna let that sit in the sun and bone dry, and then I'll chop it up into. I might make tags out of this one actually because it's quite detailed. So I hope you're getting enough of a close up. Right, should we do the next one? Ooh, excited now. Just dump that one in the sun. This is a huge one, mind. I'm not going to be able to get it in the splatter box. What I'll have to do is lift up the back cover. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can, but so I'm going to have to lift it up there. Oh well, we just go around with lovely splattered legs because that's right off the edge. It's going to get me. Ooh. Right, concentrate, water. So this has got the fine, what was it called? Fine texture gel from Winsor & Newton. I've had this like forever. And I thought, well, it's time I used it because it's almost empty. I've kept, look, there's a tiny bit. That's all I've got left. But, you know, waste not, want not. That is not going anywhere until it's absolutely cleared out. Right, okay, that'll do, Susie. So I'm sort of thinking journaling cards, pockets with this one. So, oh, the whole desk is going to get covered, isn't it? Right, hold on. Let me just do a bit of a splatter shield here. So I get a bit carried away, and it'll cover everything. Right, stay. This is the inks, the spray stain, not the oxides, not yet. Just have to move that up as I am going to have green legs. want this to be quite runny. Just want to get those in amongst the texture bits first. If I stand it up there, are you going to see? No, you're not, are you? I'll leave it there. It'll be fine. Okay. No, don't go that way. You need to come this way. Can only have the two strands. I might put a little bit of. It's a very pale pink. This sponge sugar. If it'll even work, because it's almost empty. Okay. It's the trouble when they get to the bottom. They don't want to. They don't want to play. Come on, I really need you to spray. It's not a bendy one either. Let's see if I can angle it this way. Go on, spray. I think we can call that one almost done now. I made up that Victorian velvet, didn't I? Is that going to be too strong? Oh, perhaps if you actually get it on the paper. Thinking about doing a bit of pink on the other one. Or am I going to ruin it? Try and get it to run into the texture. Come on. It's nice. Right. Okay. Now dry it. Okay. Right, pause you, dry, come back. Won't be a sec. Okay, we're dry. Getting some nice effects. Love that bit. And here, it's not quite bone dry, but I think it's dry enough. Water everywhere, of course. Yeah, I think it's dry enough. So I'm almost afraid to go in with the oxides, but I'm going to have to. Well, I haven't got to, but you know, I'm going to. I want to keep. Let's try that. The cracked pistachio is a bit blue, but it was quite nice when it split. So, right. Sorry, just let me. Sorry, I'll block your ears for a second. Let me. I don't want to keep pausing you. I really want to dry that. Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to keep pausing you because I think you sort of lose half of the story. Right, I've got rid of the big blobs. These are going to be lovely. That's a clean bit ready for next time. Right, so that was cracked pistachio. Let me do some mowed lawn. Whoa, that was green. My desk is going to be covered. I can see it already. Never mind. It's all good fun. Bit intense there, guys. I think I want to put some water on and get this running a bit. Oh, this is not a good time to run out of water. I didn't refill you, did I? Just use a fossilised handle. Are you even seeing this? Yeah, you are. I've got it stood up, so sorry, it's a bit of a strange angle. My room. Oh dear, I have distress. Oh, spray stuff everywhere. Oh well. Never mind, it'll soon wash off. It's resisting really well. And I think that was the texture paste here. So it was a mixture of texture paste and clear gesso. Couldn't think what it was for a second. Got some nice drippage going on here. Try and get these bits where I've missed at the edges. Sorry, you can't see. Let me bend it. So these bits here, I'll just hit those with ink when I'm ready to use them. You know, just ink. I'll inky dink them. Oh, I'd love that. Okay. Distress inks, distress oxides, you can stay a little bit longer. See, I told you it was operator error. It's not the inks at all, it's me. So, that's fine. Right, there's some nice colours going on there. I don't know if you agree. Quite happy with that. And I think they'll look really nice. Just get a little bit more colour over here. Don't run out on me now. It's better. Go on, run. Run, run, run. You see it splitting in the blue? That is cool. I think that's that cracked pistachio, which is fine. We don't mind. Yeah, good, good. So what I'll do is go back over with the baby white like I did with the other one, I think, and just bring back the texture paste and that, and just yeah, I like. In fact, I love. I'll show you this bit up close. Look at that one. I love that bit. That is so cool. Sort of blues and greens, and yeah, it's all good. Right. Now, I do really want to get some of that. Where's it gone? Spun sugar. There we are. Just needs a little hint of pink. I wonder if it's better with a brush actually. It's very nearly empty, this one, so there's a big fluffy brush. I need a dish. Come on, dish. I'll use one of my pottery pots. It all washes out. I'm not precious about such things. Okay, that didn't work. Epic fail. So just persist with this. Come on, stop being so lazy. Just needs a little bit of warming up with a little hint of pink. Not that there's an awful lot in pink in her books, but oh, love that. Okay. That's what I've been using, isn't it? Shabby shutters. Yeah. Alright, okie doke. I'm not going to bother with the water splatters to make it oxidise, I don't think. I think it's oxidised enough, quite a few places there. It's got the marks in there, so yeah, I know, I've just splattered the pink and now I'm picking it all up again. But it's not doing anything anyway. It's just sitting there. Of course you end up with some nice kitchen roll as well. Radio. Okay. Right, what I'll do is I'll stop this, get it bone dry, and then cut it all up, and I'll show you what I've ended up with. Back in a bit. Well, a bit for you, not for me. Right, we're all dry. I've chopped them all up. I'll just show you what we ended up with. So these, this was the smaller one, the watercolour paper. So I've chopped this into tags. That's going to be quite a big one, but that's fine. I wanted to keep that whole flower in there. Okay, and then these obviously I'm going to need to do stuff with, but everyone's ended up with some nice bits of texture on them. So yeah, that'll be really nice to work with actually. See, just little snippety bits, lovely. Almost got a whole flower leaf on there, that's good. And this one just a little odd one, but I'll turn it into a little tuck or something, you know, something. This was the big mixed media one, so I've ended up with 2, 4, 6 journaling cards, and again, nice bits of texture on them. But that's fine, because on the back it's, you know, still really smooth, and I think that's the beauty of that clear gesso. So yeah, they're not going to need much, are they? A little bit messy on the back, but that's fine. It's fine. I'm hoping they're going to be stiff enough that I haven't got to back them or anything, but so I might just do some paint effects on the back as well. They're still quite wet actually, to be fair. Well, damp anyway. So they all need to dry. I'll put them under this tile overnight, I think. And then this was the last bit of the mixed media paper. So I've just chopped this into pockets, sort of sizes. Or small journaling cards, or even tags, you know, if I want some bigger tags. So yeah, so there we are. That didn't take very long, and yeah, I think a bit more practice with the oxides, and I think I might keep them. they might redeem themselves, because there's some lovely effects. This one, is this the one? This one here with all the blues in there. I love all that in there. Beautiful, and that one as well. But that's off the no, cracked pistachio. Must have blue in it, obviously, but that's fine. It's fine. It's good. Okay, so there we are. That's it. Yeah. So let me show you the other bits that I've got ready. If I can remember where they are. I'd started gathering, so I've got a little box full. These are just offcuts here. They're just offcuts of the pages and that, so I'm just going to use those for bits and bobs. But one of the books that I got had a lovely picture of Edith on the back, so this will obviously go on the front cover. I've just been playing around with some sort of ideas, whoops, of how I'm going to mount it and things, but nothing set in stone yet at all. I did this for one of Roxy's challenges, I think it was. No, or did I just do it? I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, it's a big altered envelope with a whole page of Edith's, you know, other books basically. These are little, they need a bit of, you know, pictures from her book, but these are sort of packaging, little notepad things, so they'll work lovely. And again, I think it needs a bit of zhuzhin. Yeah. These I did for Roxy's first challenge actually, and I just thought they would go really well in an Edith Holden thingy. This is one that I did for Roxy's challenge, which was the envelope. So that's that one. These, oh, I did these at the same time as the Journal to Inspire one, and that is laminated book page bits of tissue. So again, they'll either be side tucks or I don't know. Yeah, just going to play around with those. I again, off the same book cover, look at my lovely yellow hands, I got the you know, her name basically, so that will go on the front cover. And then I got this little book which will probably stick into, I don't know how I'll use it actually. Yeah, I might just stick it to a page, and then it's just a little tear book, you know, or a little notebook, whatever. I don't know, I might do something else with that. And then I've got another envelope here ready to, I just need to put the baker's twine on it. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I need to do that to it basically. So, yeah, so I'm just sort of gathering bits. It's something I've been contemplating for quite a while, and I'm like, do I, don't I, do I want to? I haven't even, I'm not going to make the cover yet because I want to get the signatures together, because I'm a nightmare for making the book cover, getting the book ready, and then the signatures don't fit and I have to extend the book cover, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm going to do it the other way round this time and learn a lesson, hopefully, she says, and yeah, get it to fit properly and all the rest of it. So there we are. So that's it. You're up to date with what I'm up to. Oh, and I ended up with a load of lovely tissue, which I will muck around with at various stages, I've no doubt. All right, I will see you on the next one. Bye.